So we are 1 week in and the issues are already starting to creep in. You're right, guys, how are we all doing today? As the self-absorbed person that I am, I thought I might make a video giving a bit of details about me, especially considering we're getting quite a lot of views from people outside of the UK. Thank you to those in Ireland. Your support has been unbelievable, and not to make it a competition, but the Irish are outdoing the English on donations by about tenfold. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. One thing that I think could be very important throughout this whole process is that when it comes to sport, and especially the science behind athleticism and all that, I am a massive fucking nerd. And for many of you, I'm sure that probably doesn't seem to be the case. I choose to get punched in the head for fun. I have said a lot of stupid stuff, and I have never exactly had the grades to go along with that statement. I did sports science at the University of Leeds, got a 2-1. I always kind of knew I could have got a first, but I struggled to apply myself when I was there. Being a lab-based degree, that COVID in second year kind of messed that up, kind of made it hard to really learn how you should be. Third year, live dying, made an already tough year even tougher. And then there's the obvious social side of it that gets in the way. After graduating from Leeds, I spent a year working as a strength and conditioning coach for Sale Sharks. It was quite interesting. It was eye-opening there, but one of the things I really enjoyed was all the player data, the analysis of their different metrics for their fitness and their athleticism. Because of that, I got really obsessed with data, especially tracking my own data and seeing how certain things affected different metrics of athleticism. I also went on to listening to podcasts and reading scientific literature on strength and conditioning and sports science topics that really interested me, that I just hadn't covered at university. I actually started sport quite late compared to most people. So at 14, I started playing a bit of basketball, and that was probably first major sport I played. I played a bit of football before then, but I played for like a third division, god awful team. But yeah, so I started basketball at 14 and taught myself using YouTube videos how to play, and I would be outside training for about 4 hours every night because I'd set myself some stupid targets that I'd learned from Kobe Bryant videos of doing a full workout and then not letting yourself come inside until you'd made 200 shots. So that was quite rough, but yeah, by 15 I was playing for Cheshire Phoenix and then captained both my high school and college teams and was college player of the year 2 years in a row. So it went all right in the end. And then at 18, I picked up boxing despite my mother's best wishes. So I would go to New Era Boxing in Northwich, great gym, great coach. And I picked that up surprisingly fast, thanks to the parents setting this up. And yeah, so then when I went to university, I joined the boxing team. The first year was tough. I was meant to be on the Bucks team in first year, but my card didn't come in time from the old gym, and then I was meant to be fighting in varsity that year, but it got cancelled with COVID. Literally, the fight was meant to be 2 days before COVID lockdown started. And then, obviously, nothing in second year because of COVID. Third year, I finally had the varsity fight against Leeds Beckett captain, the rivals, the local rivals, and managed to win on unanimous decision, which was a great result for me. I was buzzing with that. And then, unfortunately, Liv's death kind of put a halt to my training a little bit and lost a lot of motivation. Yeah. And then throughout that period, I was also doing a bit of running here and there. That was just something I took up because it was something to do with my dad. He's done a few half marathons and a few marathons. So I've done 2 half marathons. One of them was a decent time actually. One of them I think was like an hour 34, which I'll take. I did train for it to be fair, but I'll take that. But yeah, that is about it on all of my sporting achievements to date. Whilst they may not sound like the most impressive of achievements, especially considering I've got friends that have represented England in certain sports, I've got mates who have competed in over 50 competitive amateur bouts, and a whole other load of people that have done a lot more impressive things. They are achievements that I am very proud of, purely because I know the effort that I had to put in to achieve them. Because I was never exactly the most athletic kid, little chubby, and I hated any sort of physical exercise. I hated doing sport. But what came with all the effort to achieve that was a whole host of different injuries. In short, basically, the entire body's fucked. I'm broken. I've got bad knees, bad elbows, bad shoulders, and a broken nose. So the bad knees, I'd scanned multiple times, done physio on them, could never really find a definitive cause, but the scans gave suggestions of slight tears in basically every ligament, and cracks all in the lower end of the femur. The elbow is scar tissue build up from an old injury where basically if I extend it at speed, it is in agony. Shoulders, both shoulders have a rotator cuff tendinopathy from boxing. They're ones that I can fix. These are ones that I need to just stop being so lazy with my rehab, because I actually just never did it. And then the nose was broken the week before my first fight, so it's completely deviated into this nostril, into my right nostril, so I basically can't breathe through my nose, which makes sleep a little bit tougher, and it makes high intensity exercise a little bit tougher as well, but what can you do? And there we have it, guys, the problem that could cause this entire challenge to fail, the knee issues. We're 1 week in at the moment, and I have done one run over 5 kilometers, and I spent half of it in a lot of pain. So, organising physio, sorting my plans, sorting my routines so that I can get through all this training, because in the near future we're going to have to be pushing for 50, 60, 70 kilometre training runs, and then God knows what the distance for the actual run is going to end at. Anyway, there you go, just about everything you'd need to know when it comes to me completing this challenge. So please like and subscribe, because apparently that will get more people to view it. And then also the more obvious ones, please donate, please share it. Let's see how much we can raise. Cheers.